Good morning, everyone. My name is El. I'm here with FreshRx. I'm here to demonstrate something about greens and how to use them in a variety of ways. I'll chop all of this up and put some olive oil on it, black pepper, some salt like that, specifically pink Himalayan, or maybe even like some dried turmeric and ginger, things like that, and just season it up and toss it in there. So always too, remember when you do cook, make sure you do cook with color because different colors have different mineral contents. So always keep that in mind as well too. This is a mustard green. It does have like some kick to it, some spice to it. It's kind of like I guess a turnip or a radish. So got a little spice to it, which is good because my uncle, he's a macrobiotic chef, and he's always told me that bitter is better when you're cooking medicinally. So you want something a little tangy, like you know how like medicine used to suck when you were younger, like ugh. That's kind of the concept. So bok choy is good. This is I guess I would see it more in like Chinese food, Asian food. I like this part here because it reminds me of a celery. So this is good. Like if you chop that up too and just use that as a soup base to add a little bit more flavor. This here is a chard. You could eat the stem. This is really like celery too. I would keep these. You could cut them off. Like I'll demonstrate with this. Slide it down the side and it usually just like peels off easily like that. Or you could just peel it off like that, either way. With this here, this is ginger. I like to freeze it first because it's easier to peel. So yeah, you could just easily just scrape that off. And this is good to chew on for a little bit during the day too because it activates salivation and it triggers the immune system because this is really spicy. Even the greens to the roots to the flower have so many different medicinal properties, especially for diabetes, that it's like literally the cure-all. Pretty much gives your guts, your body, your liver, everything from your pancreas, like to your heart, like it's amazing. I don't know, it's like a feel-good food for me, but it is bitter. Like you don't want to eat that raw. You might want to, like I said, put something sweet on it, like maybe apple juice, like if you like apples. Pineapple is really good too. It's a really good contrast. And what I like to do, like I said, contrast. So like red is the opposite of green on the color spectrum. So like you got some green, put some red on there. You could actually blend all of this up, you know, just make sure you do have some sort of, I don't want to say healthy fat because I think fat is really good, like olive oil, maybe coconut oil, something like that to go in it to help with brain function and brain processes because when you're stressed out and your brain ain't working, like your body's got to follow that too. So always keep in mind to use a healthy fat with things like this. And they go really well with the greens. You know, it's a nice contrast and it does actually have high levels of protein. We usually think that, you know, we need like meat or beans or something for protein. Think about where that big old cow got all that protein from. You know what I mean? All he's eating is grass and maybe a little bit of corn or something like that. Always stay hydrated. You know, I like distilled water for cleaning my system, but you should drink like mineralized water to replenish it because distilled water can like flush your system out and then you'll be drained of your minerals or whatever. But it's seriously up to you. You have to understand what your body can handle. You know, even your culture, like look at your background and your history and be like, oh, and those foods actually fit your genetic makeup because historically that's where your people got most of their nutrition from. You know, it's a pretty interesting concept though to actually find out, you know, who you are and what you like and where you come from, and it can actually help you guide yourself to where you need to be.